This piece here borders on the depressing, but all I can say is it's coming to them shortly, because I don't think they're going to be getting any support from above to solve this.
Authorities are saying don't do it. Should you not be abiding by what they're saying?
Yeah, I think ultimately, and I guess it's kind of like where you stand politically, but for us, we believe that, like, as an American citizen, the authority is the people. So the government, I mean, they're meant to protect the will of the people. So when there's that tension of government power, I think people start to wonder, like, is this America still?
It's worth pointing out that this is Orange County, a place where you can look around and almost believe the coronavirus has never happened. Masks are few and far between, even in the shops. And people here support that right to congregate.
My opinion has always been we're in the open air, and being at the beach, I mean, you've always got a breeze going, and to me, I think that that's the best way to be outside. They want us all to be outside, and I think God is everywhere.
Back at the revival, they head for the water. Baptisms in the Pacific Ocean are why many people come, and few believe there's a risk in any of this.
I have no fear. There's no. I think the news is lying. I'll just say it like that.
About the virus?
Not about the virus, about the numbers and the stats. And everyone I know a lot of people that have gotten COVID, but they're all fine. They're all better. And I know a ton of people that are walking around here that have never been, have not got sick at all.
If you go out, you're not feeling well, that's irresponsible. But make it a responsible choice.
You think people are doing that here tonight?
I would hope so. You can't control it one way or the other. You really can't.
God gave me the word for COVID. Instead of COVID-19, it's Christ overcoming victory in disease, Psalm 19. You know what? That's what I believe. COVID, yes, if you have a comorbidity, if you have issues, then stay home. We're protesting for Jesus.
I'm Egberto Williams. Let me tell you something, because at first I was very upset at these people, right? And then I started to think, and I want you guys to go with me, because it also goes into even this book that I just wrote. A lot of my friends get mad, right? Why are you giving these people a second chance? They just don't get it. And then you have to go back to what was their source of information and how did they get there. Those of us on the left today are getting good science-based information. And as such, we are making the right choices, most of us. Now, I want to remind a lot of you that there are some portions of the left that are just nuts. A lot of the anti-vaxxers are on the left-hand side of the equation. These people are informed by those they respect as well. And who are the folks they respect? The evangelical charlatans, the right-wing hacks. I don't call my right-wing brothers and sisters by names. In other words, I don't disparage them or anything, because I wonder if I had the Heritage Foundation that was responsible for creating plausible stories against reality, if I could fall for it. And I would wager that that can happen. So therefore, we have to hold our ire for their leaders. We need to attack their leaders with everything possible. I'm not talking violence here. I'm talking about we have to disparage them. We have to take away we have to get rid of their respectability. We have to do everything with their leaders, not them, not the people, not those who've been fooled, not those who've been hoodwinked. It's hard to do that. That serves us two purposes, right? It means we can chop the rat off from where it begins, the head, and then we can save the body. And that is what we've got to do. What I try to mention quite a bit in my book as well is let's always be humble. Let's always be, I use 5 words that I said that we work with. That is how we prevent what Chris Hedges is talking about from being realized. Chris Hedges thinks it's all over. He thinks that those people on the right are so confoundedly out of their minds, it is all over. And I can tell you from experience, in talking to folks one-on-one, where we can see eye to eye, where we can go ahead and ask questions of them, it turns out that they answer their own questions and many times realize that they've been hoodwinked when they're not surrounded by that facade of junk science, a facade of all those bad things. We can do that. You know, I talk a lot about that in It's Worth It. And the reason I went ahead, the name of the book came close thereafter, It's Worth It, because my thing was, we don't throw away anybody. It's worth it. We're all humans. We're not like plutocrats. We know that people are humans. The plutocrats are evil. We know that. Most of them are. We know they care nothing about humanity. They care solely about capital. We know that. So we got to get away from that. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.